Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ahmad bin AZMAN. I would like to introduce our report. Firstly, scaffold is integral part of any major or minor construction process where activity at elevated location is required. Scaffolding, also called scaffold or staging, is temporary structure used to support a work crew and material to aid in the construction, maintenance, and repair of buildings, bridges, and all other man-made structures. Scaffolds are widely used on site to get access to height and areas that would be otherwise hard to get to. Second, well-constructed scaffolds provide a stable platform from which the work may be undertaken safely and with confidence. A good scaffolding can help to do the job well and safely. Scaffolding that can reduce the risk of injury to workers. For example, a worker falls from the upper level of a platform, serious injuries will occur. In the event of serious injury or death, the CIDB will come to inspect the work site to find the reason and fine the contractor for not taking care of the safety of the workers. Thirdly, construction scaffold involves principles of engineering that must be complied with to obtain the required safe work location. Engineering principles that need to be followed so that the scaffolding is in a safe condition for use. In addition, the type of scaffolding plays a role in advancing the project. Proper scaffolding can make it easier for workers to do work and safely is also guaranteed. There are 8 main types of scaffolding used worldwide today: put-out scaffolds, independent scaffolds, vertical scaffold, truss-out scaffold, suspended scaffold, slung scaffold, mobile tower scaffold, and gantry scaffolds. Lastly, poorly constructed scaffold provide opportunity for disaster resulting in serious injury or death. Fall from height can kill. If the scaffolding is built in a bad condition, it will result in a serious incident and death can occur. Workers' life is in danger if scaffolding is not properly constructed or maintained. The offensive allows the CIDB to sue the responsible contractor. Now, I would like to present about our project. Our project is cadangan membina dan menyiapkan 245 unit rumah teres setingkat 168 unit rumah kluster, 2 unit pencawang elektrik dan 1 unit loji kumbahan bandar Seri Iskandar Mukim Bota, daerah Perak Tengah, Perak Darul Rizwan untuk tentuan Misi Jutari Sdn Bhd. The client of project is Misi Jutari Sdn Bhd, the architect AZMAN Zainul Abidin, Civil Engineering FAKHRUDDIN, Structural Engineering FAKHRUDDIN, Mechanical dan Electrical Engineering Muqtah Consult and Associates. The surveyor is Ukuran Tas. The town planner is ICP Planner Sdn Bhd. The main contractor, Traditional Builder Sdn Bhd. For the approval number OSC/PB 689/August 2020.
Scaffolding is a temporary structure used to support workers and materials to provide a safe working platform for construction, maintenance and repair of building, bridge and all other man-made structure. Scaffolds are widely used on site to get access to height and areas that would be otherwise hard to get to. Unsafe scaffold has the potential to result in death or serious injury, so needs to be built correctly and safely. Scaffolding is also used in various other forms for work, supporting structure, events and so on. There are a number of different types of scaffolding options to choose from, and choosing the right one can make your project much safer and easier, which is why it is so important. We used to know 8 types of scaffolding, which are put-lock scaffold, independent scaffold, suspended scaffold, truss-out scaffold, mobile towers, and gantry scaffold. However, in this project, we use independent scaffold. There are various forms of traditional tube and fittings scaffold, but those used are generally referred to as independent scaffold. These are typically built independent from the building or structure, but generally rely upon being physically tied in some form. Freestanding scaffold can be built, although this would be subject to a design by competent design engineer. The differences between put-lock and independent scaffolding is that, unlike put-lock scaffolds, independent tied scaffold rely on 2 lines of standard to support the working deck, not building's wall. As a result, the entire scaffold is independent of the building, but it is tied to the building security.
Okay, so next I want to present about usage of scaffolding. Okay, scaffolding is a temporary structure and essential material in the construction industry. It also provides safe and complete secure place of all works. It allows all workers to move around easily and efficiently finish what they are supposed to do. It also removes the needs for the ladder and other improvised ways of access, resulting in a more comfortable and secure working environment. Furthermore, scaffolding allows multiple individuals to be working at different levels at the same time, and it can increase our productivity and speeding up our construction process. Okay. Uh, Next is it also provide more stability when we use scaffolding rather than ladder. Because when we use ladder, we cannot able to attain the same degree or the same stability uh, when we use scaffolding. Next is easy to reach any height and provide large platform for all construction works. By using scaffolding, we can allow the workers to access and reach any location that would be difficult or impossible to reach. It allows workers to perform their duties at different heights and provide simple access to various levels of the building or of the construction site. This allows some activities such as buildings, maintenance, repair, and others. Uh, Other than that, this scaffolding or this material have flexibility and adaptability in construction industry. Scaffolding is a very adaptable material to various building projects. It may customize to accommodate a variety of construction form and heights. So, scaffolding systems are designed to be flexible component that enable for a simple modification, expansion, or reconfiguration to meet the unique needs of each building site. So, that's all from me for the usage of scaffolding.
Hi, my name is FAKHRUDDIN B1 AZMAN. Now it's my turn to explain about the advantage of using this type of scaffolding, which is the independent scaffolding. First, a create secure working environment. The inner row should be placed as close to the building, and the scaffolds are erected separately from the building but are tied to it at appropriate intervals. Second, ideal balance of structure. Scaffolding does a fantastic job of giving a worker a steady base, which is required to do that, and give workers a level platform that they can balance on it. A scaffold system is capable of supporting the weight of workers, tools, supplies, and equipment. Third, simple to assemble and disassemble. Contrary to popular belief, putting together and taking down. Scaffolding doesn't take much time. They actually take very little time to put together and take apart and save a lot of time. And the last one, a boost in overall productivity. Increased productivity brought about by independent scaffolds, improve safety and accessibility. It facilitates workers' ability to balance oneself in various positions. When a worker has a nice workstation, productivity is bound to increase, especially in a physically demanding industry like construction work.
Okay, right now I will present to you about disadvantages of scaffolding. The first one is require a greater area. The reason why is scaffolding takes up space on the construction site, potentially reducing the available working area. The limitation can pose challenge, especially in congested or tightly constrained work environment where space is already limited. The next point is consider the load. It's about weight limitation. Scaffolding has specific weight limitation that must be strictly adhered to. Overloading the scaffolding can result in structural instability and potential collapse, endangering workers and causing property damage. It requires careful planning to ensure that the load imposed on the scaffolding do not exceed its capacity. The next point of disadvantages of scaffolding is improper assembly. This about safety risk because when scaffolding is not assembled correctly, it poses significant safety risk to workers. Improperly secure component, inadequate bracing, or unstable connection can lead to scaffold collapse, resulting in serious injuries or even fatalities. Workers may also be at risk of fall if the scaffold is not properly erected and secure. The last of disadvantages of scaffolding is its susceptibility to rust, especially if it's not properly maintained or exposed to certain environment conditions. Material choice for this scaffolding is commonly made from steel due to its strength and durability. However, steel is prone to rust when exposed to moisture and oxygen over time, while there are galvanized steel scaffolding options available that are more resistant to rust. They can still be affected by rust if the galvanized coating gets damaged. Also, for the moisture exposure, scaffolding is often used in outdoor setting where it can be exposed to rain, humidity, and other form of moisture. If the scaffolding is not adequately protected or dry after exposure to moisture, it can start to rust. This rusting process can weaken the scaffold structure integrity and potentially compromise its safety. So that's all from me. We move to our next presenter.
For the next part is method of construction of this type of scaffolding. First, position jack based on the load distribution sole plates at the intervals determined by the horizontal member. Second, fit the starter member into the jack base. Fit the first plank braces rings downwards. Third, clamp the first horizontal member. Insert and lock the first sleeve of triangle. Fourth, check the structure is level and plumb. Fifth, still working from the ground, fit the second leaf of triangle so that they face the opposite way. The triangle should be obligatorily pinned together. 6. Position temporary erection platform and the definitive platforms and ladder in the access lift of towers every 2 meters. Check that the structure is plumb using the sighting device provided on each triangle sleeve. The upper and lower tube should be in contact at each leg. 7th, erection must be carried out from inside the towers. 8. Fit the triangle at lift 3, observing the safety regulations. Protect by the temporary platform from lift 1 are moved to lift 2. 9th, fit triangle at lift 4, still working safety from the second platform and reverse the direction of the triangle. 10th, position the new access platform and its ladder still working in safety from lift 3. Protect by the triangle of leaf 4. Insert the standard or triangle frame. 11th, link up the standard or triangle frame with the horizontal member. Fit U head. And the last one, complete the service platform for fitting main barrel and secondary runner, wall pieces and formwork panels. This platform should remain in position to allow inspection of the slab underside as well as leveling, removing formwork and dismantling.
Lastly, for the conclusion, scaffolding is a must-have in a small or large construction site. Therefore, all contractors must have a knowledge in handling scaffolding so that no injury will occur. The selection of the type of scaffolding is also important in making it easier for workers to prepare at this construction site. The wrong sort of scaffolding can take the life of worker or even cause the project be delayed due to difficulty in doing the work. Thank you.